Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Harley Quinn Season 3 episodes 9 and 10. So, a little to my surprise, I didn't know there was 2 episodes left in Season 3. I assumed episode 8 left off on like a cliffhanger and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it surprised the crap out of me. So, in a way, that kind of sucks. I put out that rundown review, and so now there's 2 episodes left. Oh well, time to review these 2 episodes. I stand by what I said in the rundown review. What the heck has happened to this show? It doesn't seem good anymore, and that's quite a shame and everything, because the Harley Quinn show in season 1 was freaking amazing. Like, it was phenomenal. It was zany. It was cool. They had some cool action. They had a cool like reinterpretation of all the characters, and they gave Harley Quinn, her much needed like solo outing, because that Birds of Prey movie just missed the mark. And so, like, one thing they kept somewhat pretty consistent in season 1 was the way Batman is depicted in the way he always is. He's still he acts like Batman and everything. But by season 2, they started making him a little bit more comedic, along with the other characters. By season 3, they just completely butchered his character and everything. And not only him, but Nightwing as well. And it's crazy because in Harley Quinn season 3, now that all 10 episodes are out, Harley Quinn isn't even really the star of her series no more. It mainly focused on that Poison Ivy and a little bit of Batman, tell you the truth. And that was kind of weird. She was shoehorned into her own series in season 3. To where, like, there was really no plot that revolved around her in season 3. She was just there going along for the ride in her own freaking show. And that makes absolutely no sense when she is the star of her show. And it mostly revolved around, like I said, Poison Ivy and stuff. And yes, those two are still in a relationship because they had to put those two in a relationship. People got pissed in season 1. And it just felt forced and everything. It didn't happen gradually and stuff. And in this season, like I said in my rundown review, those two don't even get along for that much in this season. Like, you think they're finally together and finally going to be happy, but Harley is annoying the crap out of Poison Ivy this season. And they kept going through so many different changes with Poison Ivy this season. It just seemed kind of weird from the interpretation that they made of her. Like, if this would have happened in any other, like, Batman adaptation or whatever, or Poison Ivy or comic books, that would have been fine. But this version they made of her since season 1 is much more laid back, doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that. She doesn't really do evil things for the sake of doing it. She's an eco-terrorist and everything, but she's pretty mild, and she doesn't want to join the Legion of Doom. She doesn't want to associate with all those crazy other villains and stuff, and Harley does. And this season they flipped that script to where Harley got an idea from Poison Ivy got an idea from Harley, and now she wants to take over the world with plants and terraforming. And so this is what leads us into episode 8 and into these last 2 episodes, or at least in episode 9. In episode 9, Bruce, completely out of character, wants to resurrect his dead parents. And he thinks he can do that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Why is my neighbor cutting his grass for the 50 millionth time this week? Seriously, it ain't growing back. Ugh. Sorry, I have tinnitus. So whenever I hear lawnmowers, I'm just like, ugh. I hate it and stuff now. And so, like, Bruce does something very uncharacteristic by trying to resurrect his dead parents. And he's pretty much has lost his mind this season. Catwoman has treated him like complete crap to where he's just down and out. And they're making a movie off the death of his parents, and he just can't take it no more. And he just wants his parents back. So he kidnaps Ivy's like plant, and he remodifies him to where he's able to resurrect his dead parents, and his dead parents are now zombie monsters. And not only are they zombie monsters, they're half plant, so they half plant zombie monster, half human. And he's totally okay with that. He's fine, he's happy. He introduces them to the Bat family. Robin doesn't care, and so everybody else is freaked out. But then it turns out that these zombie monsters, when they throw up on you and stuff, they turn you into plants, like trees and bushes and stuff. So when Ivy finds that out, she's happy and everything. And so they're transforming the entire world. Not the way she thought they would, but hey, she'll take a win for a win. She also transforms herself to where she looks more like her comic book counterpart, wearing that what is it? Kind of like a unitard type outfit and more plant-like. I like this look a little bit more, only because she looks more like her comic book counterpart, but it doesn't vibe with the tone that the show went in. And even though I've never really been a fan of her original outfit in this show, I kind of like this one a little bit more, but I kind of missed the old one, to tell you the truth. So she's happy, she's taking over the world, she's feeling good about herself and everything. And in comes like Harley and everything is all like, crap, dude, these zombie things are terrible, we need to stop them, and blah, 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 and all this other crap, And so she's turning over a new leaf to where she's doing more of the anti-hero thing. So she teams up with the Bat family. They have her drive the Batwing. Why? That makes no sense. First of all, she don't know how to pilot that thing. But of course, it's her own show, so she knows how. And you think the Bat family would just give her one of the motorcycles, but no. They give her the Batwing. So a lot of craziness happens and stuff. And it's weird. I think it's the shark dude, Shark King. He talks to Bruce and's all like, look, man, what did you do? Like, you messed everything up. This isn't you, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And so he convinces Bruce that, hey, what I did was wrong. Bruce has been on this whole thing of bringing his parents back for a long time, and all of a sudden, he gets one pep talk and is convinced out of it. So anyways, I totally forget. This happened like last week. I forget how they stopped the plant monsters and stuff, or zombies, or whatever you want to call them. And so Harley is part of the way they stopped it. And I think she talked to like Poison Ivy and gave her a pep talk or something like that. Oh no, I remember. Harley could not convince Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy just gonna do what she wants. So Harley jumped in front of like one of the zombies and got sprayed, and she slowly started turning into a tree. Everybody else turned into a tree real fast, but she slowly turned to the one. This upsets Poison Ivy, and she uses her newfound power to like reverse everything. So now the world's not going to be terraformed anymore. And so like it took the love of like her loved one like getting hurt for her to stop. And so that's noble and everything, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, it was just a weird plot, and Bruce is totally like, he's back to himself, like he realizes what he did was wrong and everything. Nobody's all like, hey man, maybe we need to like arrest you or something like that. And so it's just strange and bizarre. But then we get to episode 10, and it's a dumb filler episode. And it's a filler, it has to do with the Clayface storyline. This entire season has been bopping around different storylines. The main storyline was Bruce and Poison Ivy, but there was like a tiny subplot with Clayface, pretending to be Billy Bob Thornton and doing the whole like Thomas Wayne movie. So he's upset that he's not going to get the credit, and Billy is and stuff. And so there's going to be this big showing of the movie. Bruce goes. Joker is now the freaking mayor of all things. He's like a nice guy now, which is weird because he is the Joker. I don't like Joker being nice, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's not as funny like as I thought it would be, and it's just weird. So anyway, so they go to like the movies and stuff, but then Lex Luthor, he goes to Poison Ivy and he's all like, look, we're gonna form a new Legion of Doom and we want you to be the leader. Her of all people who don't want to be the leader. And Lex doesn't want to be the leader for whatever bizarre reason, with his ugly little chihuahua dog he has. So they dumbed down his character and made him kind of boring and stuff. And he tells her, you get whatever you want, do whatever you want, as long as you get to be the leader and everything. Well, he's a little upset because Joker put like a property tax on him for their mansion and everything that they have, the Legion mansion. And so this causes Poison Ivy to want to go and murder not Lex, but the Joker. So her and Harley gonna kill him at the movie theater thing. They set him up, they tie him up, and they're getting ready to kill him until Harley realizes she forgot her bat. Joker slips out of the ropes really easy, and so Poison Ivy reties him back up with plants. And he tells her, trying to get his way out of it, he's all like, have you noticed that Harley's been off her rocker lately? She's not the same no more. Like, she's used to tying up people really good, but this time she used a bow knot, and that's the easiest one to get out of. And he tells her, when have you ever known Harley to forget her bat? Letting Ivory know that Harley is a changed woman. She's no longer the evil person she used to be. And the only reason why she's doing it, the same reason why she did it when she was with him. She just goes along with whatever. This puts it in Poison Ivy's head that, yeah, the only reason why Harley is doing this crap is because, what's her name is doing this, and she didn't realize that Harley has been turning good. But Harley hasn't never really necessarily been good, even in her own show, to tell you the truth. Like, in the first season, she broke off from the Joker, wanted to form her own gang, wanted to do a bunch of evil stuff, but then saw some people were gonna get hurt, and so, she stopped. And then in season 2, she wanted to prove, hey, look how evil I am, by literally trying to take over the world and everything. But when things got too chaotic, she stopped it. See, when things get too crazy, that's when she stops. It's not like she's good. It's just that she realized that, crap, I could die too. And I don't want my friends to die. And so that's when she stops. She's not like a good person and stuff. And oh wow, his lawnmower is smoking, like smoking. His engine, see, I bet he didn't change the oil out of it. That's what screwed me up years ago. I never used to change the oil, and that thing is smoking. Anyway. And so when Harley comes back, she's all like, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for me? And blah, blah. So they realize, we shouldn't be doing this and everything. Because Harley's now a changed woman and she's good. And so Bruce, the Joker, ends up arresting him for evading taxes of all things. I'm all like, this is the last nail in the coffin for Batman. You have to arrest him for tax evasion and crap. And I'm just kind of like, what did they do to this cool character, man? None of these characters are cool anymore. And, so Harley, so when Bruce is getting hauled away, he tells Batgirl, I want you to take over the Bat family. Now, of course, Robin's not going to do it because Robin is just a kid. And Robin, he has this laid back personality this season. He's just like, I don't care. And he just plays with his cell phone. This isn't the Saint Robin we knew from season 1 that was really funny and cool. Then as for Nightwing, you'd think he would take over because he's Nightwing and everything. But no, because he had one nervous breakdown in like one episode, and that was enough and everything. So he's going to trust the person he barely knew from season 2, who's barely been a hero, and who, of course, is Kaylee Cuoco's sister in real life, voicing her. So now she's in charge of the Bat family. And guess who wants to join the Bat family? Harley Quinn. And this is where the show just did it for me, to where I'm just like, I just can't. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel cool anymore. These characters aren't cool. Shark and like Clayface have barely had anything going on this entire season. They bring in Chaos Dude, or Psycho Dude, or whatever his name is, in for one episode. And this show just isn't fun no more. Like, it used to be cool. These characters used to be cool. They just made like a bad joke out of like everything and everybody, even the main star and everything. And it's kind of like, if she joins the Bat family, well, what's going to happen to Shark and Clayface? Granted, they don't really do anything villainous that much no more, but Shark still ends up chewing and killing people and stuff. And what about Poison Ivy? Is she gonna turn over a completely new leaf and join the team too? So it's kind of just like, I don't like what they're doing. And the show isn't supposed to be about the Bat family. It's supposed to be about Harley Quinn and her little gang that she tried to like prove that she can like, be just as bad as everybody else. And it's just not fun no more. And they got renewed for a fourth season. So I'm just kind of like, ugh. I'm like dreading fourth season. And I might not even watch the fourth season. I might just wait until like the end of the year and watch it maybe and everything. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I think this show has outlived its usefulness and everything. It just needs to end because it shifted so far away from what the original premise used to be. And when shows and movies normally do that, they don't. Well, sometimes they do last a little bit longer after that, but they're never as fun as they used to be. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.